Hi, I'm Ron Nutter, and welcome to another edition of Tech Bites with Ron Nutter. This time, I'm going to show you, like it says on the title slide, how to back up your GrandStream GXV3700. Because I thought, last video, we got it up and running. This time, before you really get too far down the road with installing any apps, you really need to have a way of backing up and restore, and that's what we're going to walk through at this point. As we get started, I want you to know that there's a checklist that I want you to have, and this is one different from, I think, the last time that we've gotten. It may not be, but we're working on. And this is the SmartHome Checklist. Now, this is going to be something that if you go to that address, you'll be able to get something that will help you keep track of all the devices you're implementing in your smart home. And I'm working on some other ideas, but that's just something that I wanted to have out there. And you'll see that if you didn't grab the address right away, I'll have it one more time in the process. Meanwhile, thanks to TeamViewer, we've got a session set up to the GXV3700. Now, there's two things you're going to need to get all this up and running, and that's going to be let me just enlarge that on the screen there for you. You're going to need Google Drive. Now, you can do this with Dropbox. I'm doing it with Google Drive just because that was the way I decided to go. You can also do it with Dropbox. There is a third party option where you can go to MyBackup Pro and use their services. Actually, that's Revware, I think, is the company name. I've got the links to it in the description. Now, it's important that you do this with MyBackup Pro. This is what I had to go to get things to work. So, when you first go into the Google Drive app, we're going to open that up. The first time you go in, you're going to have to give it your Google credentials, and you can see it's already, mine's already set up, and it's going to get everything just running for us. Now, if you tap on the, I should say tip, if you tip, I can't even talk tonight. If you tap on the little folder icon there, then you'll see this look just like you were used to here. And okay, we'll go. Oh, okay. I'm still getting used to scrolling up here because I was trying to do it on the screen. Now, you'll see this directory right over here on the right, and that's the one that says MyBackup Pro. That directory will automatically be created when we go to the next step. So let's go back out a step here. We'll go into the backup folder. Now, I created a folder with just these two items in it just to try to keep things a little easier to keep track of. Now, you go into MyBackup Pro. Now, this is by Rareware, okay, Rareware, and I hope I'm pronouncing it with all due respect to the developers. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. Now, to get the process started, and again, I've got all these steps to do this in the show notes. If you tap on the little three vertical bar icon there and go to options. Now, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to tell the cloud location. Now, this is a little hard to read because of the colors that are getting used, but you notice the bottom one down here, let me get the arrow where you can see it, it says Google Drive. So you'll want to, on your phone, you'll tap the location on the right, and then that will get it set up, and it will go through and create whatever directories that it's got to. So let's tap on the left-hand sign, or the return arrow. Now, the beauty of the way that MyBackup Pro works is you can have this on multiple devices. I've got it on my Samsung S9 Plus Galaxy, and I've got it on here. Each device will create its own unique ID, so you don't have to worry about selecting which one folder you're going to go to, because it will automatically plug all that in for you. So really, it's very straightforward. So we'll tap on New Backup, and this is again where it's kind of hard to read. Now, the first option is where it says Application and Media. Now, you could do Application and Media or Data. It's going to be two separate backups. So I'll go for the Application and Media, and then it's going to say which location. Now, the middle one here, and I'm going to have to work on another way to get these colors a little bit better. So we'll tap on Google Drive. Now, it's going to say at this point, it consumes a lot of time, which is no joke. My S9 Plus takes up about an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes to back up. Now, this phone won't take that much at this point, but it's still going to take time. So we will tap on continue. Now, what I do on my backups is I will sit there and tap select all. That way it grabs all the apps. And then we just tap OK. And it's going to give you the option of entering a backup name. Now, there's already one on there. And in this case, if you look at it, if you can see it a little bit on your screen, it says Apps Media 2019-04-24. So that is by default, you know, that's the one I would go ahead and take. And then we'll tap OK. And then it's going to ask to, okay, it's actually starting the backup now. So if you can see, it says uploading, and it has the particular APK it's working on. You can see the little progress bar going across, and this is going to take a little bit of time. There's probably more than one way to back it up, but at least this gives you a fighting chance into being able to restore it. Say, heaven forbid, you have to go to a factory default. And again, like I mentioned earlier, make sure you grab a copy of the SmartHome Checklist. What this will also let me do is it lets me know who's watching the videos. As I find any special deals out from manufacturers, I'll be able to reach out to you with it. And I'm hoping to, starting here in the next week or so, you'll also get kind of a weekly recap of the new videos that are produced, because I'm finding out that YouTube is not getting the word out to everybody. So this will be one way I have of getting back with you. So as you can see, this is one more step. Now we'll start working on the different smart home apps. I've already been working with LifeX, and I'm going to be looking at some of those. So you will see me moving forward, where in the past I had shown you the S9 Plus. Well, now we're actually going to start centering around the GXV3700 as kind of the control point for the home, because there's so much that it has the capability of doing, and it's just one more step in the process. So I hope this gives you at least an idea of what you're looking at. There are a host of ideas that I'm already looking at. We're actually going to be talking about doing a VPN on the phone. You'd say, well, why would I need a VPN? Well, if you don't really want to set up your firewall or firewalls, if you've got more than one on your home network, and if you don't, you probably should think about that kind of solution, that this will allow you to get a connection through the firewalls and get a connection to whatever VoIP provider or VoIP providers that you've got in place. And in case you took this to a friend's network, this will be a way where you can securely get a connection out without your friend having to go, or you have to go figure out how to tweak their firewalls. We're looking at another idea where you've heard me talk about TeamViewer, and I really need to thank those folks for a very straightforward product, because that's how I'm getting my sessions into the phone, so you can see what's going on. So if we punch the button right here, then you can see it's moving right along. It says uploading Chrome APK, so it's going to take a little while to run, but anything good is going to take time. So this gives you an idea of what we're looking at. I'm continually working on a list of things to do. I've got other devices that I'm getting lined up, because it's really, your smart home should be able to do a lot for you instead of you having to do everything by hand. So that's all we've got for this time. Again, thank you for watching. Make sure you grab a copy of that checklist, and it's a single page PDF. You will be able to grab that and print off as many copies as you need, and it's going to be one step closer to you getting your smart home documented as you build it, or if you already pretty much got it built out, at least helps you kind of jog your memory as to what you need to be looking at this point. So thank you very much for everybody who's watching the videos. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. Would really appreciate it. If you're looking to get this phone, there is a link in the show notes to where you can get it. I'll make a small commission on the phone, but that's going to help me with moving forward with the channel and the different costs. We've got just crossed today, at the time we're doing this video, over 1,300 subscribers. Thank you for everybody who's been subscribing to the channel and watching. And if you have any ideas you'd like to see me do a video on, please let me know. I'll be happy to do what I can for you. I've already had some suggestions, and I'm always looking for more, because I want this to help you as much as possible. So thank you much for watching all these videos. Thank you for your time in watching this one, and we'll see you again soon.